is Julian, and that's Mia. And our project is on language. Toponyms. Geographers call place names toponyms. The toponym can give us a quick glance to the history of a place. Simply by knowing who named the place and how the name was chosen helps us to understand the uniqueness of the place. For example, people in a small town in Wales feared the loss of the Welsh language. They despised the roles the English had played in diminishing the use of the Welsh language. They wanted to boost the local economy by attracting tourists to the towns. So a century ago, the people renamed the town with a Welsh word unpronounced by others. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that.
Eyeglasses. An eyeglasses is a geographic boundary within which a particular linguistic feature occurs. But such a boundary is rarely a simple line, usually outlining an area extending beyond the isoglass. In the mid-1900s, Kerouac drew distinct isoglasses along the three dialects in the U.S. Northern, Southern, and Midwest dialects. These were based on the pronunciation of a certain sound and words. In the South, the most common name for a soft drink is Coke, while in the Midland region, it's pop, and in the New England area, it's soda.
The names of a place in different parts of the world change as the areas change. They're colonial and post-colonial, to name a few. Learn the history of toponyms in a place helps us understand the history and the culture of a place. An example of this is Russia, or the former Soviet Union. The Tsar of Russia created the capital city of St. Petersburg in 1703. But when the communist regime took over Russia and turned it into the Soviet Union, they renamed the original capital city of St. Petersburg into Leningrad. When the Soviet Union collapsed, they renamed it back to its original name of St. Petersburg.
Language tree. At the global scale, we classify languages into language families. We break language families into subfamilies, division within a language. The spatial extent of subfamilies is smaller than language families. And every individual language has its dialects, whose territorial extends and smaller still. One language family is Indo-European. Its subfamilies are Germanic, Slavonic, Indo-Aryan, Celtic, Anatolian, Mono-Slavic, Greek, and Romance. The Indo-European herd lies around the Black Sea. The conquest theory provides one explanation of the dominance of the Indo-European language tongues in the wake of these migrations.
Pidgins and lingua francas. A lingua franca is a language used among speakers of different languages for the purpose of trade and commerce. A lingua franca can be a single language or a mixture of two or more. When people speaking two or more languages are in contact and they combine parts of their languages in a simplified structure and vocabulary, we call it a pidgin. When a pidgin language becomes an official language, it becomes a creole. The first widely known lingua franca was a pidgin language. It was used in seaborne commerce in the Mediterranean Sea around the 1200s, but local traders did not speak the seafarers' language. Thus began convergence with the tongue of Franks mixed with Italian, Greek, Spanish, and Arabic.
The Basque language. Isolated in the Andorran mountain region between Spain and France, the Basque people and their Euskera language survived the tumultuous history of Europe and its thousands of years of never-ending blending with other languages and diffusing from the Andorran region. It was made by us.